In 1954, a 24-year-old man took to the foggy streets of London, climbing into a rusty old race car. He barely had a penny to his name. That man was Graham Hill, and he'd rise to become a giant in motorsport. Ever wonder how someone so ordinary turned into a legend? In this video, we're diving into Graham Hill's incredible journey together. Ready? Let's hit the gas. In 1962, Graham Hill scored his first big win, the Dutch Grand Prix. He'd only been racing a few years, and now he was on the path to world champion status. The stands erupted, everyone shouting his name. But behind the scenes, it wasn't all easy. He'd come from nothing. His wife Bet even had to pay for their wedding because he couldn't. That victory was proof of his grit, his unstoppable drive. So, where would this win take him next? Any guesses? By 1969, Graham was a star. He'd won Monaco 5 times. People called him Mr. Monaco. But just when everything seemed perfect, trouble hit. At Watkins Glen, his car broke down mid-race. He pushed it himself, got back in, but forgot his seatbelt. A tire blew. Bam, he was airborne, both legs smashed. In the hospital, he grinned and said, "Tell Bet no dancing for a couple weeks." Tough guy, but inside, it was tearing him apart. Would this crash push him back to the top or onto a whole new path? In 1972, Graham Hill did what no one else ever has. He won Le Mans, completing the Triple Crown: Monaco, Indianapolis, and Le Mans, the only driver to pull it off. The world was in awe. He'd already taken Formula One titles in 1962 and 1968, ruling the tracks. Fans loved him, but what did that fame cost him, huh? Glory's got a shadow side. Was this peak the start of his fall? By 1975, Graham had stepped back from racing. He'd started his own team, Embassy Hill, mentoring talents like Tony Bryce. But on November 29, 1975, it all ended. Piloting his plane from France, he hit thick fog over London and crashed. Graham and 5 teammates were gone. He left us, but what did he leave behind? Ever think about it? His son Damon won the F1 crown in 1996, carrying his torch. Graham Hill wasn't just a driver, he was a legend whose spirit still echoes. What do you think his biggest secret was? Tell us in the comments, and don't forget to hit that like button.